What is up, everyone? Today I'm going to be diving into the chaos environment lands on Otherside. We're going to be taking a look at what makes them so rare and how you can potentially get a piece of the action at a much more affordable price point than the current $115,000 floor that these environments are going for. So first, let's just take a look. This is a chaos environment. We're going to come back to this in a second, but first, I really want to start off with the trailer, the Before Curtis Otherside trailer. There's a lot of things that have like a lot of similarities to that like void looking circle thing in the back of the land there. And so in this trailer, we have this Koda reaching for the serum, and suddenly this chaos environment-esque thing appears, and it starts essentially sucking in all these objects, pulling them all in. And it's just total chaos. This Koda is like running for his life. I believe his name's Blue, if that is the correct name from the first trip. And so essentially there's like we have two kind of these two chaos void orb things pulling objects everywhere. So like, what the heck? And this is probably my favorite part of the trailer right here. This Koda is about to like fart off of the rock because Koda farts, Otherside, it's a jar of Koda farts. It's kind of a thing. So anyways, yeah, like right there, he literally just like farts off this rock and explodes towards the other void, essentially. I don't know, grabs the serum, freaking flying all over the place, gets sucked in. Anyways, clearly this chaos type environment is a very important aspect of the Otherside. So much so that they've only made 111 of these lands. As you can see, the first, not the first, the cheapest one right now is $116,000. So they ain't cheap. But in a 100,000 collection, 111 of them, math, and essentially, that it makes sense why they are worth that much. But they also come with a lot of goodies that other lands or other environment types don't necessarily get. So what I mean by that is like one of the perks of a chaos land is that all of the resource plots, the north, south, east, and west plots, all have guaranteed at least one tier of a resource. So this resource is kind of unique. Unlike some of the lands where there is resources that can only be found on that land, you have the chaos land that has resources such as these three here, plus a different one that I'll go into in a minute. There's 4 resources that can only be found on chaos lands, but they can also be found on any other environment type. So that's unique trait to a chaos land. So essentially, you could be lucky and be holding one of these resources that are from the chaos land. But yeah, they're kind of spread out. So like, what I mean by that is we have a couple of these resources. One of them is Omni. Let's see if my computer will load this. Sometimes it's slow as crap. So Omni, for 2.5 ETH, you could get a piece of Omni. Now, it might not be the best thing in the world, but see here in this northern resource, there's this Omni. One tier of Omni. Another thing is you could get some. Let's see, what is it? I think it's Void. We've got Void. So for 5 ETH, you could get some Void on your land. Let's see. Oh, and it's all right. This is an interesting plot. 4-tier Malo land with 1 tier of Void resource on the southern there, and it's got a chemical goo. So that's the mutant ape goo sediment. Pretty cool. So anyways, we have 4 of these resources. We have Degradia, Entropy, Omni, and Void. So essentially 1 for every category: root, shard, ore, and anema. And so essentially, like, I don't know where I'm going with this other than if you wanted to speculate, you could grab some of these resources as they are quite rare. They aren't the rarest resources on the entire plots, but you have the added perk of the people that the majority of these resources belong to are also on lands that are very expensive. And so usually you could equate that to maybe they are more diamond-handed holders, and thus they're not going to let their precious resources go for cheap. Another thing that's kind of interesting too is we have the 3 mega Kodas that come from the Chaos lands. We have this one here, which is a Chaos Soldier, I think. Chaos Gunner. We have a Chaos Soldier, which is this one. Mecha Mouse Head, Chaos Soldier. And then the last one here, this is the Chaos Avenger. And this Mega Koda is currently held on a plot that is owned by Yuga Labs. So, I don't know how that happened, other than it was one of the plots that wasn't for sale. And so, anyways, that's kind of cool. They have a Chaos Avenger, and, one could speculate that maybe they would use this character in further development of teaser, content for Otherside. So, yeah, I don't know. That's all I kind of got. I mean, we have some Kodas on some Chaos lands. There's 111 Chaos environment types. 17 Kodas exist, 3 of which are the Mega Kodas. Super neat. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you would go out of your way to try and collect some of these other resources. Would you try and go pick up some Void, or I think, what is the other one? Degradia? I could pick up Degradia for 4 or 5 ETH. Interesting. Let's see what it's on. Oh, this is speaking my language, bro. This is on a Koda fart. I mean, it has a jar of Koda fart as the artifact plus a chemical goo. This is kind of interesting. I don't know if 5 ETH is worth it, though. I mean, is that worth it? Koda farts currently are at about a 3 ETH floor. So you're paying an additional 2 ETH, but you get a 1 point of Degradia, and you get a mutant land. And this is a 5? No, it's a 4. It's a 4-star environment, but it's a crap environment, so it's not super grand. Oh, but it is a 3 of 3 tier sediment. A lot of people don't know this. The sediments, the Bored Ape sediment and the mutant sediment, there's tiers to them. So the sediment tier 3 has a floor of 1.3. But if you go look at sediment tier 3 floor with the chaos, not chaos, sorry. Got chaos on the mind. With the chemical goo, now this is essentially there's tiers 1 through 3, 3 being the highest. So yeah, essentially that plot kind of piques my interest. I might throw some stink bids on this and see if we can get that, because I wouldn't mind having some exposure again to chaos lands. I had flipped one early on, which was a pretty big win for me, which I appreciated. It helped offset all of the expensive lands that I've already sold to kind of realize some losses because I was down bad. But yeah, so in that case, I would prefer the one with the Koda fart and the Degradia with a tier 3 chemical goo sediment, because I think this one's a tier 2. Yeah. The one with the artifact is definitely winning right now. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Would you go out of your way to try and collect a land that has one of these chaos resources on it? Anyways, guys, that's all I got for today. Nothing too crazy. I'm still trying to figure out the direction for where I'm going to drive some of this content, and hopefully, we'll have our next trip soon, so I will be able to crank out some content around that next experience, and maybe we learn some more about what is to come for Otherside. So anyways, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Go ahead and click that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.